welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. So today
Oh,
we have some beer from a brewery that Al and I are kind of partial to lately. You know, in the last 6 months or so, we've become more familiar with their beers. And the brewery is called Nomcraft.
hmm.
And let's talk a little bit about Nomcraft Brewery for a second. And the brewery is located in the small town of Aridagawa, Wakayama Prefecture. And it was founded by two Americans, one from Chicago, one from Portland, Oregon, and one Japanese man. And apparently they've also added a brewer, we think is German, we're not sure. And they have a brewery in a renovated former nursery school, and it's called the Living Room. They've renovated the whole place, and they have a tap room and a cafe there, and also a small guest house. Uh, their styles tend to be a lot of U.S. styles, for example, IPAs, but they also do a lot of German styles very, very well. And the water they use is from Koyasan. Koyasan is kind of a very famous mountain area in Japan. They do have a tap room in Juso in Osaka, and that is located a couple of stops north of Umeda Station on the Hankyu line. And Alan, I've been there. And what did you think of the tap room there, Alan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we liked it. They have 15 beers on tap. Most of it's theirs, but they have a couple collaborations and maybe one other guest beer. Yeah, I've been back there several times as have you, and we've enjoyed it. It's
It's
been
it's
good.
a nice place, and they also have coolers full of beer to buy and take away. And you mentioned a 500 yen can for some beers.
Yes, on Thursdays they happen to have when you go in, I think they open from 4 o'clock, and you can get cans that are discounted from. I think the standard Helles is 600 yen, and it's marked down to 500 yen. And they have other beers that are a little bit more expensive, I think, that are also marked down to 500 yen. So, yeah, it's a good time to go and pick up a can or two.
Yeah. So, yeah, so I put some maps up here so you can see where the tap room is located, and it's fairly easy to get to.
Yeah.
And they opened up a tap room in Wakayama City, which is the largest city in their prefecture, and they opened that in November of 2025. And basically, the place where they opened is part of a project called Aritagawa 2040, and it's aimed at revitalizing the area, the areas. A lot of Wakayama. Apparently, 80% of the towns in Wakayama are kind of depressed and
Mhm.
and losing population, and they're trying to revitalize the towns. And so it's kind of an incubator for small businesses and things like that, like Nomcraft Brewery.
Mm.
Okay, so that is Nomcraft Brewery, and
To me,
now
the beer.
let's look at a nice new beer from Nomcraft. What's this one called now?
It is called Zipangu
Zipangu Soul.
Soul, indeed.
And down below it says Japanese sake ale. And
Hmm.
we'll talk about that in a minute here. What about the name, this Zipangu? What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, interesting. Well, in the days long gone by, that there was a rumor that in the East there was this country that was filled with gold, and this is maybe rumors coming out of China, possibly. But anyways, they had a name for it, and in Southern Chinese dialect, it was something like Zipangu. Marco Polo, which I did not realize, was the one who heard it and he wrote it down as Zipangu. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where we
That's
get a
where it
little bit
comes
of
from.
Marco Polo going on here. And maybe
Okay.
that compass, we're trying to figure it out, but that compass might be a
Oh,
reference to Marco Polo.
Marco Polo's traveling, yeah, and the blue eye, it looks like an eye maybe, and there's a little dot in the middle that's pointing to the northeast, and certainly, as you said, from
Our
China.
guess is from China, Japan would be northeast. So that's our
Yeah,
guess. We might be
right.
completely wrong, but who knows?
If you know better than us, please do let us know here.
Yeah.
But yeah, the word Zipangu is again one of the earliest, as Al said, one of the earliest references to the islands of Japan, and it's still used sometimes. You see it in company names, or for example, most notably the Zipangu tour bus lines.
Oh.
You see that occasionally. Yeah. So this is a collaboration beer. It's made with a brewery that neither Al and I know very much about. It's called Yellow Monkey Brewing in Kanagawa. And I have never had any beers from them, but yeah, so I don't know what to say. And Nomcraft has done a lot of collaborations, I think, as we mentioned before, several. Like sometimes half of the beers we see from them are collaboration beers.
Yeah.
So
a lot.
This beer is as it says, a Japanese sake ale, and they list it as a sour. It does not have the elements of the ingredients of a typical sour beer. But let me talk briefly about that here. This is 5.5% and 40 international bitter units, which seems a little bit high for a sour, 40 IBU. Yeah, and apparently the brewer at Yellow Monkey Brewing said he had a desire to create a unique beer style that embodies the essence of Japan. And they mentioned the word umami, which is a fifth taste sense that we know of. And the malt for this was Pilsner malt and wheat. The hops are all down under hops, Motueka, Riwaka, and Southern Cross. The yeast is sake yeast plus English ale yeast, and a few extra elements is Koji, which is the enzyme used in the sake brewing process, and wasanbon, which is this kind of sugar made in parts of Shikoku, especially Tokushima and Kagawa. And I don't think I've ever had a beer with this sugar in it, and I'm not sure exactly what it's doing. I think we will find out. So the beer costs 500 yen because we bought it. Where did we buy it, Al?
Well, we were there at the Juso tap room, and on Thursdays they have beers marked down from 800 yen down to 500. So it's a great day to go. That was a Thursday, so they're open from about 4 on Thursdays. So yeah, if you go there, Thursday's the day to go if you want to pick up a few to take home.
Yeah,
or drink there.
Juso tap room, and in the introduction we mentioned and put up some maps for that. So yeah. 500 yen, quite a deal.
Good deal.
And so not all beers, but certain selected beers, yeah. And so 500 yen would be $3.09 in US dollars, and in euros, €2.71. So are you ready?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's take a look at this beer, this Zipangu Sour. And Alan's just pouring it out now. And
yeah, mine's very foamy, and we had a slight disaster that we probably have deleted part of there, complete with foul language on my part, which I won't repeat. So
okay, so it is kind of pale, very pale yellow, kind of Chardonnay-like, I guess.
Yeah, very light, even
carbonation
light for
Chardonnay is a mix of very fine and large bubbles, kind of unusual. I don't know if you could see it, but there's some very large bubbles.
Wow.
And streams of very, very fine bubbles as well.
Yeah, nice. Champagne-like here. Yeah. My goodness.
So sparkling sake.
Yeah, I get really nice, fresh floral and some grassy hops right away.
Yeah, definitely the kind of tropical note there. This is certainly... You get the New Zealand hops in here.
Yeah, tropical, like passion fruit, something.
Wow, interesting. Okay, sake.
Yeah, and there's something unusual. I don't know if the right word is not rubbery, but it's made. I guess it's kind of like umami-like. There's an unusual kind of background aroma. I assume from the Koji and yeast.
Yeah. So are you saying something lightly like phenolic, like a smoke?
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc. That kind of again passion fruit, slightly green herbal note
Ah,
from well,
interesting.
like the wine Sauvignon Blanc. Not
Hmm,
surprising, but it makes sense with the kiwi
okay.
hops. Right?
Yeah. Wow. Very
Wow, yeah.
unusual, interesting aroma. Yeah, as Alan said, it's very fruity, but then it has this kind of wine note as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a great
Wow.
nose.
Yeah, great, really nice nose there. Here we
Okay,
go.
so we do.
Kampai,
One,
sir.
two, three. Cheers. Ta-da.
Kampai clink. Mm. Oh,
Right. Right, what is this?
that's really good.
Okay, I get the sour now for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice underlying sour note, not too sour, but it's there.
Yeah. And it's certainly not a kettle sour like the quick sour, made with lactic acid or anything like that. Hmm.
I get like maybe slightly tart, lightly, gently tart apple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be
Yeah.
reminds me of a little bit like a cidery kind of tartness, but very clean. Boy, the flavor is super
Yeah, yeah,
clean.
yeah. The carbonation, I don't know if you have this too. I have a variety of different sizes of bubbles coming up, which is very unusual.
That
It's quite
that is
constant,
a
almost champagne-like.
yeah.
Lots and lots of carbonation.
Yeah, the carbonation is
But
yeah,
as
quite
you see,
active.
the head is really dissipated for sure.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it has though. It's possibly it needs about 3 or 4 years at low temperatures to kind of, do what the method traditional they use for champagne. That actually, if they did this in a large bottle, you could probably age this because of the acidity. I'm not sure it'd get better or not. You might need a little bit more oomph to it to survive
Yeah, yeah.
that long,
A
but
little
a
higher
couple years.
alcohol. What is alcohol content traditionally in champagne?
It's around 12%. It can be anywhere, sparkling wines could be anywhere from 11 to
Okay.
13 and a half, maybe.
Now I'm searching after the bitterness, and I don't get 40 international units, certainly. There is
Mm.
something in the background there, but I'm not getting the bitter tracks might expect for this amount of bitterness.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of rounded mouthfeel, and that's again must be that yeast or something. It's again, it's like a white fruit, like the apple, maybe a little bit of a
Hmm.
pear, not overly ripe pear, maybe just barely ripe or not quite ripe pear or something.
Yeah,
And that rounds out the mouthfeel,
yeah.
kind of expands in your mouth, which is pretty. We had it on draft, and I thought it was pretty good. But wow, out of the can, it's really something maybe even better.
Well, maybe, yeah. I don't recall it,
Um,
and this is really nice. I'm curious, the combination of yeast here, sake yeast and English ale yeast.
yeah.
Of course, this makes this a kind of a hybrid, and
Oh yeah.
the addition of this sugar, which I assumed would be fermented out, uh, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah, they might if it's still, they don't pasteurize, right? I mean, I assume this is unpasteurized, so that probably is still active. That yeast is whatever remaining sugar there is. I mean, we just took this out of the fridge. I didn't shake it up, and the
Yeah,
foam came
yeah,
over the top
okay,
of the can, and
okay.
it's not an old can. We bought it, couple weeks ago. So.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So interesting stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. Again, this is a hybrid sake and beer with some interesting hops into it and wheat and pilsner. So yeah,
Wow.
I would definitely go for this again for sure.
Yeah, I would too. I'd pick up a can of this one too, and make sure it's really chilled and be ready with maybe a bucket or something to open it
Wow.
over a bucket or the sink,
Yeah.
uh, just in case.
But once again, this is called Nomcraft Zipangu Sour, and it's 5.5%. And as they say, it's a Japanese sake ale. So if you want to do a little exploring, uh, and you don't want to go all the way to China, try this one out. And I think you'll be quite impressed with it, as Al and I both have been. Yeah. So another interesting beer from Nomcraft. These guys, what can you say? They rock. I mean, you know, they do it all with traditional techniques.
Yeah, they pull it off again. I don't think I've had a bad beer from them, and some of them are really extraordinary and delicious. Like this one is a standout for me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nomcraft.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Please do subscribe to the channel and let us hear from you. Al and I would like to get your comments, and we will respond as soon as we can. That is it for today. Please do take care. Stay healthy. And what should they do, Al, most of all?
I think they should definitely take a trip to Zipangu. Come to Zipangu.
And drink some Nomcraft beer. Take care.
Yes.
Bye.